What up, boys and girls? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? I've been up for a lot longer this morning than I planned to be. Not just rip vendor shuffles, rip my sleep. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to you all. How are we doing on this fine, what is it, Friday? I've not left the house in like 10 days. I've got no idea what's going on. What is it, like Friday? It's Friday today, right? It's Friday. Cool. Okay. Let's turn that down just a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. Well, Coffee Club shout out, good morning to you. Welcome. Who have we got in here today? We've got a whole bunch of people already popping off in the chat. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Whoa, the skies are falling. The skies are falling. Oh wait, I have 1.2 million gold now. Well, there we go. Had a stockpile of 8,000 thread. Well, arguably a stockpile of 8,000 thread is not only... It's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing and a bad thing. You're going to have less use for it, but you've technically just almost doubled your money on that thread. Because the vendor price of the thread has gone up as well. That was the first thing they did. They increased the vendor value of the thread. Right. But what are we talking about? Of course, we're talking about the vendor shuffles. And maybe I should be on my main character here. We're talking about the vendor shuffles. Yes, we are, boys and girls. Wanna sell? People in chat already want to sell desolate leather cheaper than auction house. I bet you do. Well, yeah, it happened. I've literally just dropped a video on this, highlighting to everybody that the vendor shuffles have been hot fixed. They're not. What I said in the video, in case you've not watched it yet, is quite simple. That it's not nerfed into the ground. It's not completely rip. All it's done is it's reduced the price floor on the materials. Back in line to what I suspect is kind of Blizzard's threshold of sensible pricing. Let's look at BFA. BFA had Tide Spray linen at a floor price of basically 2 gold. And it stayed like that for the majority of the expansion. Now, did I expect to even get to floor prices after what is literally 10 days of the expansion? No. I was not expecting to have to even go into any of this because I did not expect the materials to be quite so readily available. But, you know, farmers will do farming things and, you know, it happens. So yeah, they've reduced the they've artificially reduced the value on a lot of the materials, not by making what is going to be interesting is if with these vendor changes they've made any drop change, like have they changed the drop rate on any of these materials, because we only get notified by Blizzard. If you look at the official Blizzard post, it says that they increased the cost of reagents, they've increased the amount of reagents required to make things, but they are not, obviously, they never tell us what the drop rates are on certain materials. We have to go and find that stuff out. I'm very interested to see if there's been a stealth hotfix on the drop rate of either callous hide or heavy callous hide. It's one thing I did mention as a probable outcome of this is that the rarer materials may actually go up in price because of this. Because there's less incentive for players to go out and farm when the consider it like for skinners, for example. Skinners right now, they're out there, they're skinning beasts, and their hourly rate was determined by the amount of desolate leather they can get, the amount of pallid bones that they can get. Their bonus on top of their hourly rate was every time they got a heavy callous hide. The issue is now is that these guys, whereas they used to have a pretty steadily hourly rate, are now working for basically on a commission only basis. Quite to relay it to real world life. These guys basically don't have an hourly rate anymore. Not that's worth their time doing it. Meaning they're going to want to make all of their gold from the rare materials that drop. It's gonna make the difference between the cheap materials and the rare materials even greater. That's why you, the big brain, did not even consider drop rates. Maybe I've offloaded those mats too quickly. Well, the cheap materials are always going to be cheap. But it's the rare materials where I think we might actually see a significant difference from this. We've already, over the last few days, because of legendaries being a thing this week, we've already seen the things like callous hide go up in price because the demand has gone up for it. Nah, 80% of the gold came from the rare materials. But did it though? I genuinely think if you do the maths on it, 80% of the gold didn't come from the rare materials. Because you were getting exponentially more base materials. Yes, you were No, I'm willing to do some maths on it, but I just don't think that's the case. What? Okay then. I was making more. It's like 1,500 leather an hour. Yeah. Right. 1,500 leather an hour. 1,500 desolate leather, whereas previously you were getting virtually a floor price of, let's say, 7 gold. So your 1,500 leather an hour multiplied by the 7 every time was a base price of 10k. 10k. Your hourly rate for just the basic leather was 10k. Just on the leather. If you get how many pieces of heavy callous hide are you getting an hour? What, like 20? Like, even if you are absolutely balling, you are only getting 20 pieces of heavy callous hide an hour. And on my realm right now, they're like 1,500 gold a piece. So yeah, you're making the lion's share, I suppose. But that's only if you are absolutely balling. I've not heard of many skinners being able to achieve, like, especially now that some of the leather farms have been nerfed. This isn't taken into consideration. You said bones, you're getting like 300 bones, and the bones didn't have much use, but they were also going for, like, let's just say they were going for 6 gold previously. Like, if you look at where this is if you're balling, most people were getting between 5 and 7 heavy desolate hide an hour from what I heard. So let's even say 10 to be like, I've not done much skinning, but the point here is that your hourly rate for the default stuff was what kept it worthwhile for you to do. This was the virtually the guaranteed income. This was your wages. The heavy callous hide, this was your bonus on top. Now you're still got the ability to make a bonus, but your hourly rate has been like slashed by like literally less than half, probably a quarter, because you were almost guaranteed like at least between 6 and 7 gold for each desolate leather, depending on how quickly you were trying to dump them. Material prices before nerf: leather about 4 gold each, bones about 10 gold each, max price. Well, what's really going to be interesting is if they've changed the drop rates on anything. That's going to make a big difference to this, I think, long term. But what we will find, I reckon if we look for, let's look at some of the materials. Let's look at cloth. Let's look at leather. Let's see what's happening already. Let's see what's happening. Desolate leather is it was dumped at 4 gold here. My concern is that this is now going to get dumped even further down to like 2 gold. Shrouded cloth is still floating high. If you've got a whole guild bank full of shrouded cloth right now, just get a shot of it. It'll be 2 gold by tomorrow. Dust has increased in price. I want to look at dust today. I want to look at disenchanting today. The interesting thing is that initially it looks like they've changed. They even said it in the patch notes. This is one thing that I give kudos to Blizzard, because they rarely say things like this. But where was it? Crafted Shadowlands weapons and armor now yield less soul dust when disenchanted. So, interestingly, most people have taken that to mean, oh, the price of dust is going up. But actually, the price of dust is going down, or should go down. Because, guess what? It now costs you less to make the items you're disenchanting. You only need to pick up, you're going to be picking up shrouded cloth at 2 gold a piece. Although because the vendor, well, I guess maybe it balances out. Maybe it balances out. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen to soul dust. But the interesting thing is they have changed the disenchanting rates of it. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to check. We're going to need to check what the capes disenchant into. We're also going to need to look at the cuffs, see if those have been changed, because that was our main source for shards. I mean, they literally said only the dust price, but what they didn't do here is tell us which ones they've changed. What about relics having their costs reduced? Nobody cares. The opportunity there, they've reduced the cost, and when they say cost, it's actually reduced the number of reagents required. The reason they've done that is because they've put the price of the vendor price up. So, in theory, if Blizzard have done it properly, they'll just balance out the same as it was before. But yeah, yeah. If you've got an entire guild bank right now stocked full of cloth that you bought at 7 gold a piece, it may be time to get shot of it. It may be time to cut your losses on that. Offload the problem to somebody else. Maybe it's mailbox time. Maybe it's mailbox time. Now, normally I would have opened my mailbox at the end of the last stream, but quite simply, it was late and I forgot. Also, you may have noticed that I may have taken some of my own advice and sold off some of my stock. So the amount of gold in here for my shrouded cloth and pallid bones is a little bit over the top. But it still means we've got 1 million gold in our mailbox, which is kind of cool. We did, to put the vendor side of things to bed now. Get shot of your stock if you bought it at like 7 gold with the aid of, with the plan of shuffling it, because it's not going to happen anymore. Get shot of it while you can. Cut your losses. Learn for next time that you should maybe not stockpile quite as much, because Blizzard are likely to change things. And yeah, let's get back to the fun stuff, which is crafting and selling legendaries all day. I did the best part of 1 million gold yesterday in legendaries. Basically only selling rank 1s for the most part as well. I sold a couple of higher rank rings. I can't find them on the list, but I did sell a couple of higher rank rings. There's one here at 66k. That was, I think, a rank 2 Shadowgas necklace, which was kind of nice. What else we got here? A Shadowgas ring. I think this was a rank 3 ring for 73k, which was pretty tasty. But let's get back in the 7-figure club. There we go, back in the 7-figure club. Oh, feels good. Not been there for a while. Not been there for a while. We've almost broken even in Shadowlands. Almost. If we look at TSM, we've almost broken even in Shadowlands. Hang on, what's going on with these numbers? This isn't right. Oh, this is like forever and a day. So we came into Shadowlands with theoretically what, just under 1.4 million. We now technically have more than that. Oh, you giving me a dog? Hey doggo. Hey Booze. Obviously not. Is your realm high pop? I'm curious how you control your market. Is there some serious there's some serious goblins on my realm, I feel. Yeah, I used to be on a high pop, let's put it that way, but the population of my server is dwindling. It's not as high as it used to be. It does mean that it is slightly easier to manage things, and things don't prices don't swing so dramatically quite so quickly, so it is easier to react to things on my realm. But with that also comes the side that you often have to you have to fight just as hard for every sale. That doesn't really change. So there's pros and cons of being on different size servers. Any suggestions what to do with Lacedrite ore? Lacedrite ore is also an interesting one. Now, the argument there is that there is actually still relatively strong demand for Lacedrite ore, so I don't think that's going to be crushed into the ground quite so heavily, because Jewel crafters will buy up prospect ore forever and a day if it's a good enough price. So I think on that basis, I don't think Lacedrite ore is going to see much of a dip, although it might very well see a big dip. I mean, you can see even on my realm here, there's basically 10,000 of it just knocking about at a very cheap price again. My smart average buy price on this is 13.5 gold, which by all standards is actually now quite expensive considering it's down to 10. That actually ends up making quite a difference to the price of the essences. And now that the price floor has been removed for Lacedrite as well, I haven't worked out what all the new price floors are. I did say in the video that I think it's gone down to about 2 gold roughly across the board, because that basically feels to me like 2 gold seems to be the level that Blizzard seem to think a single material should be valued at. And that's how much gold they're kind of willing to let into the system every time somebody picks something up. It's probably because they have, like, I'm quite sure behind the scenes Blizzard have a way to balance the what's the word I'm looking for? A way for them to balance the economy in terms of the amount of gold coming in and the amount of gold going out. Now, sometimes they have to be a little bit heavy-handed with it if it gets out of tune. but I'm quite sure they're very aware. They probably get numbers behind the scenes of exactly how much gold the auction house takes out of the game. And trust me, people snooze on just how much gold leaves the game through the auction house. When you think about it, 5% of every sale, 5% of every transaction on the auction house leaves the game. So at times like this, I did $1 million gold. Yes, I did $1 million gold in sales yesterday. 5% of that just disappeared. It doesn't sound like a lot, but I did $1 million gold. I only took a fraction of the auction house's actual like general overall turnover. Billions leave through the auction house. Yeah, quite literally. I probably lost 100 to 200k in just auction house fees only. Yeah, exactly. Every time you cancel something, every time you run a cancel scan, gold is leaving the game. The more people that are cancel scanning all the time, the more gold that is just constantly flowing out of the game. Now, Blizzard's end goal, obviously, is to balance it somewhat so that the amount of gold coming into the game also leaves the game. That balances out the economy as a whole. They can allow for things to spike and dip at certain points, but the obvious reason to why they've had to nerf these vendor shuffles is because the floor price for materials was set at like 8 gold, which meant there was a huge spike of gold coming into the economy and not enough of it going out the other end, so they had to change something. The shuffling profit of shuffling the composite bow was about 36,000 gold an hour on my server. So I think it was needed. Yeah, exactly. If somebody can sit there just basically doing virtually nothing and generate 36,000 gold an hour, it's almost too much gold coming into the economy and not enough of it going out the other end. Been selling my heavy callus in /2 for a better price than the auction house, and it only takes 5 minutes to sell 50 hides. Oh yeah, probably. I literally callus hide and heavy callus hide, and then equally enchanted heavy callus hide are one of the most sought after materials right now. Leatherworkers are doing everything they can to get as much of it at the right price as they can get hold of. And I'd be interested to see if some skinners today start reporting changes in the amount that they're able to skin and gather up. Shows that Blizzard is watching the economy, but not making changes that I think most would like to see. Well, I would rather Blizzard put a little bit more time and effort into actually creating interesting gameplay based professions, rather than just making everything super easy to get. There is no logical reason why we should have even hit price floors in the first day of an expansion. That is bonkers. That means something is wrong fundamentally. But you know what? I've been up so long already today. We're only half an hour into the stream and I've already gone through my coffee. I'm going to need to go make another coffee, I think, today. I think I need it. It's good to see that Blizzard are at least aware of this. I was very concerned that this would just kind of slide under the rug. Their development time is obviously somewhat limited, and I imagine that I was concerned that this might not get changed. I mean, I literally reported on the Shrouded Cloth cape like over a month ago, way before the game even came out, and it was like, this probably won't make it to live, but I'll tell you about it anyway. But it was, but it did make it to live, and people had 10 days to run wild with it. I think the big problem's 2x4 farming. They create an economic system that doesn't take into account the fact that players will farm 1 million cloth in 2 days. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Should I get rid of Leystrite ore? Bought them at 10 gold each. I don't know what to do with Leystrite ore. Weirdly, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to. I don't know what to do with Leystrite ore. It's kind of an odd one because dual crafters are still going to want Leystrite ore en masse. A dual crafter will likely take more Leystrite ore out of the game than most miners are able to put into it. Because when I buy Leystrite ore, I don't buy like 200 Leystrite ore. I buy tens of thousands of Leystrite ore. And just think how long it takes people collectively to actually gather all of those in the first place. Leystrite ore went up from 12 to 15 gold on my server. Can we look at Leystrite ore is the one that interests me because I've somewhat got vested interest in it. Because if the price is going to crash on Leystrite ore, I would like to know about it before it happens. But equally, it might not change all that much because I genuinely don't think people were buying Leystrite ore to then only turn it into ceremonious blades or whatever they were and then vendor them. I think people were just buying Leystrite because they wanted to prospect it, you know. What's this? Market price has slowly come down. Arguably, my realm is one of the cheapest in relation to market price anyway, because the quantity on my realm is interestingly pretty high. Yeah. The way that it trends, the amount available. Weirdly, the amount available, it's almost as if on my realm at least, it's difficult for me to gauge this on everybody's realm. But I mean, the quantity available was going up all day yesterday because the price was above the 12 gold threshold. No surprise, it hit that 12 gold threshold and it leveled off. And then it got to the point where people was like, okay, well at this point, maybe I will just buy a bunch of it. But in theory, this downward trend of market price now has the potential to just keep going down as the supply goes up. There's not so much incentive for people to be buying it right now. I don't know. I'm not sure. This is why are people going to try and dump it because they've got guild back? I don't know. Honestly, with the Leystrite ore, I don't know. But I'm going to watch it for a few hours and see what happens. If it crashes to 5 gold all of a sudden, I'll probably just buy it all. So glad I bought 10,000 luminous flux yesterday. Yeah, I'm not surprised on that one. How's my new video doing anyway? Have people watched my new video yet? Who's watched the new video? Not many people. Probably because I've released it totally at the wrong time of the day, and I've also started the stream at the same time. But let me just check what the comments people are saying on the video. Yeah, quite simply, farmers are going to be pissed. Farmers are going to be pissed. Farmers are going to be pissed because their salary overnight has just been like cut in a quarter. Loved the missives video, gave me an idea on the mill rates. Good to hear. Good to hear. It's important to know the mill rates. New video, must have missed that. Probably. Launching a video and going live at the same time is a bit of an odd thing to do, but I felt the need to tell people about the vendor shuffle hotfix as quick as possible, really. So, morning, Smitty. Welcome. Any tips for alchemists for next Tuesday? Time to stockpile flasks. now's not a bad time to get on board with alchemy. Obviously, yes, next reset we have Mythic Plus and the raid coming out, which will definitely bring with it a demand for flasks and potions and food and all of that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, I'm not going to go too deep into the into the vendor stuff anymore. If you want to know the TLDR of the vendor shuffle, watch my latest video. That's why I got it out there. I don't really want it to take up the entire stream today. So, although I know a lot of people will want to talk about it. What I do need to do though, especially, is check that I have all of, let's put these in the bank for a minute. Check that I have all of my legendary items crafted, see if there's any more I need to make. See if I need to do any restocking anywhere. To do that, I've genuinely not found a very easy way to do this yet. Because unfortunately, in the past, we've used Trade Skill Master to just do all our restocking for us. Now the problem is when you start getting rank 2s, 3s and 4s of stuff, TSM can't distinguish between a rank 1, a rank 2, a rank 3 or a rank 4. So if you highlight over it, obviously you can see which ones they are, but the TSM, for example, is just telling me that Shadow Gas rings, I just have 40 of them, but it's not telling me like how many of each rank I've got. Why aren't you using the macros? TSM can do that. Oh, I guess you're referring to the cancel. Yeah, I'm just not. What I can do for restocking though is there's an add-on that I have. What was it called? It was called what was it called? I can't remember. Brain think. Item level. That's the one. Now there's probably a better add-on to use to do this, but what this should do, and what I'm hoping this should do, should then, of course it hasn't, I thought that was going to overlay on top of the item what the item level is for it. Does it not do that anymore? Or is it actually another add-on that was doing that for me? Now I'm right confused. What add-on is it that's showing me the item level of the gear? Huh. Can anybody fix my problem for me? Arc Inventory does it. Am I going to have to get a bag add-on? Am I going to have to do it? Am I going to have to succumb to peer pressure and buy and install a bag add-on? Is it Can I Mog It that's doing it maybe? Why did I just get Addy bags? The problem is there's so many different bag add-ons. Right, should we test a few bag add-ons then? Because you guys are not going to let me hear the end of this if I don't do it. Let me close that for a minute. Yes, for the love of all God that is holy, yes. Right, for the love of God, which is the best bag add-on? Bagnon is one big bag. Addy bags is sorted bags. Addy bag gang. Oh dear God. Let's get some of them on the go. I think I've got Bagnon already installed. If I've already got one already installed, it makes sense just to use that one. Where is it? No, I don't have Bagnon on. What was the other one? Addy Bags? Have I had that before? No, I haven't. I like Bagnon with the item level addition. Addy Bags, no question. I prefer Arc Inventory. Ah, Jesus. You see, this is why I was like, nah, screw it. I'll just use the default because there's too much choice. Let me, 1 minute. What was the, what is it called? Curse Forge or something? I don't know if that's going to show anything it shouldn't show. Default inventory gang, yeah, tell me about it. Yes, I know, I also need to be using WoW Up. I know. Let's just do a quick refresh on those. Apparently we need to update a few anyway. Close your eyes, smash the number pad. If it's even, Bagnon. If it's odd, Addy Bags. I mean, I could just flip a coin, you know? Shuffle Madness over. Did they hotfix anything? Yeah, they did. Check out my most recent video. It will make sense. Addy Bags Auto Sorts also has a TSM module, uses far less resources than Arc Inventory. As somebody who uses hundreds of add-ons, Addy Bags is by far the superior. Now, well, I am hearing good things about these Addy Bags. Maybe that's the one we get then. Let's do a search. Addy Bags. Oh no, but it's got like 1 million separate add-ons. I don't want like 1 million separate add-ons for a single... What? I just want an all-in-one job. Because what if I start liking Addy Bags TSM and then they break it? Right, well, Addy Bags TSM, we'll go with that. I think I can show you this without it, like, doxing myself. Addy Bags Basic. Which ones do I need then? We've got, there was the TSM one. What's TSM price groups for Addy Bags? How does that differ? Addy Bags BOE. Is this the one I need? That sounds like the one I need. The TSM and the BOE and BOA one. That's it. Right, we'll go with those then. I got the base version, obviously. Those are just sorting sets. Check out base. All right, cool. Well, those are in. Those are in. Let's do a reload. What's that? What's the add-on that means I can customize my add-ons in game? Actually, what's the add-on to help add-ons? Okay, some add-on control panel or something. People keep telling me to use. 11 million people are also using add-on control panel. Well, I think I'll install that one too then. Addy Bag's layout is an acquired taste. Good luck to you. The Bagnon is a beautiful giant hole of a bag. Okay. Ah, what is this? Where did... Okay. Do I never... Okay. Jewelry, armor. Can I set what these are? Okay, sure. It also closes blank slots. Yeah, I don't like that. I want to see. I want to see. I want to see 102 empty spaces. You can change all of the groups, make it your own. Manual sorting, bit of tinkering business going on. Right, okay. Right, okay. Section visibility. Okay, we can turn things on and off. This might... That's Blizzard's sort button. Can I move this? No, I want to make this constantly movable. Right click to unlock the bag anchor. What? That's odd. So I can't just move it at will. I have to unlock it and lock it again. Sure. Alt right click to switch to manual placement. There we go. That's much better. That's 10 times more convenient. What you want is Bagnon. I think I can get on board with this though. I think I can get on board with this. Having all of the item level stuff sorted. I can do some categories hopefully with all of this then. This O level business then can jog on. Learn something new every day. Been using alley bags for so long. Never knew you could do that. Hey, until you look, you don't know. By adding a filter and shift clicking the item, you can do that. Okay. So now, if we drop the old B button, so we can move this anywhere now. That's good. It's a bit small. That's a bit small for stream. Can we increase the scale of this? Is there an overall settings? How do I use this add-on control panel? Because I obviously don't use this any. Oh, what? Okay. Sure. Whoa. Okay. Right. Sure. That looks different. Right click Bagnon. Is there a Bagnon button up here? Is it hiding? If it's hiding, I can't see it. Click to toggle the equipment bag so you can change them. Oh, what? Okay. Where's the settings button? Oh, just straight up right click it and you get settings. Nice. Nice. Right, let's make this a bit bigger. Scale, let's go. Scale's got to be at least 100%. That's better. That's better. Is it that? That's also better for you guys on stream. You can actually see what's going on there. That's better. Now what we want to do. Okay, now it's categorizing it by bags. So there's either a bags or there's a backpack as a whole. Okay, we'll go with backpack, sure. Filters, we can change the filters. Allow you to manually redefine the sections in which an item should be put in. Simply drag it onto the section. So can we do how are we going to do this? How are we going to do this? We're going to split them up. Can we do dual crafting Legos? Oh, you got to put the item in there, and then you what? Alt right click to configure manual. Alt right click to configure. Whoa, Jesus. Right, I'll worry. Alright, I'll worry about this another day. The thing that is interesting for me. In fact, no. I want to subcategorize. I want to have leather, mail, plate, cloth, jewelry. Right, let me ask a very simple question. How do I make a new category? How do I make the category leather items? Or leather legendaries? Back to the options, use the TSM group, so I think you can use TSM for this. TSM. Ooh! Ooh! Now we're talking. This also does require me to have my TSM groups set up somewhat sensibly though. Blacksmithing, base legendaries. Bingo. Nice. It's going to call it base Legos every time though. Does that mean I'm going to have to chain? Okay, sure. Got it. Then we want... I mean, this list is going to be mad level long. So we've done blacksmithing. We want to do leather or jewel crafting, base Legos. Aha! Aha! No? Now it's confused it because they're both called base Legos. It's put them both now in the same group. I'm going to have to change my TSM group names now as well, aren't I? Ah, Christ. Is there a TLDR version of the stream title? Yes, there is. I've literally just posted a video, my most recent video on the channel. Item category. Now, I think using my TSM groups is good because I've got my TSM all set up anyway. What we need to do though is we need to have TSM, close that for a minute. If we change the groups, if I change this to simply BS base Legos, and then we go TSM, blacksmithing base Legos. Boom! There we go. So we're going to have to do some work on the TSM group names, but that's fine. So let's go groups. Let's go jewel crafting base Legos. Let's change that to JC. Let's change. Where's leatherworking gone? Where's leatherworking gone? Begins with L. There we go. My brain doesn't work today. Do I want all the leather and the mail all in the same groups? I actually want them in separate groups. So I'm going to call this, we'll rename this group Leather Base Legos, and we'll call this Mail Base Legos. So that should then mean we can get blacksmithing. Right, we're getting there. We're getting there, boys and girls. Theodore, welcome. Good morning to you. So now we go to leatherworking. Oh, now I've renamed things. It's gone crazy again. So now we need that one. Jewel crafting base Legos, blacksmithing base Legos. Leather working. Oh god damn. Is that the parent group? Leather based Legos. Oh, look at this. Boom. And eventually, I suppose I should probably set it up now. We'll have cloth as well. Once I finally get my tailoring in action. Hang on, I've also realised that I want my blacksmithing one to be called plate. This is going to break things once again. Is that broken things again? Sort of, but not yet. Yeah, now it's broken it. Now it's broken it. That one, right? Plate-based Legos. Leather, mail, plate, jewel crafting, and eventually we'll have tailoring. Boom! I'll live with that. I'll live with that. Watch the video. Wow, thank God yesterday I did a lot of bracer disenchanting. Yeah, we're gonna have to test out the disenchant rates, that's for sure. Big deflation coming on the shrouded cloth now? Yeah, probably. It's going to go from an 8 gold value to a 2 gold value very quickly. Finally using a bag add-on and a good one. Nice, my OCD will be pleased. Well, we'll use this for a few days, see how I get on board with it. It allows the things I already like with this is that it allows me at a glance to see the item level, so that I can always very quickly see if I'm missing a rank of an item. Jewel crafting, for example, now that I know that I have 190s, 210s, 225s and 235s, it means I can quickly see if I'm missing any and go and get them at the guild bank, which is handy. Which is very handy. So we'll see how we get on with this over the next day or so. If I change my mind, I change my mind. But for now, I think it might be okay. It's a bit of a dick that every time I change the name of something in TSM, it's going to mess this up. But maybe there'll be a way to figure that out. Let's uncancelled. What's this recent items business about? No, that can fuck off. I don't. Do I want that? So now it's. Do I want that in there? I guess I. No. How do I turn off? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I like that. We'll see. Yeah, never seen a 4x dust disenchant on the braces anymore. Click N. That goes into talents. Oh, reset new items or configure to use. Track new items. Highlight style. Do we want them to flash? Do we want it to be a shiny, or do we want none? Oh, I'm going to leave it. I'll leave it at legacy. If it annoys me, I'll turn it off. That's the easy one on that one. If it annoys me, I'll turn it off. Right, so now I can easily see that I'm actually missing a piece of leather, because I should have 8 pieces of leather, right? I don't know what the one piece is, but I know I'm missing it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those, but I've got 3 pairs of boots on the go. Reese, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Stephanie as well, thank you. I'm slacking on my sub watching. Do you think Blizzard should give us a 1-day heads up when they make such changes like this? Or is it just the name of the game to be prepared for anything? No, I don't think they should be giving us like a 24-hour heads up. No. Like, either they fix it or they don't fix it. Like, I don't think they should be telling a select bunch of people that... No. I think they should just fix it and then release patch notes. What I do think is their patch notes should be more detail, a greater amount of detail. Personally, I think Lay Strike will go back up when Crafter's Mark 2 is available to blacksmiths. Even with Crafter's Mark 2, there's not going to be enough of a market there for it to dramatically affect Lay Strike, I don't think. Feel bad for the guys that bought 500,000 shrouded cloth. I only feel bad for them if they haven't shuffled it yet. That if they dumped it all in the guild bank and were just going to leave it there for a while, then I kind of feel bad for them. But if you'd already shuffled it, you made an absolute stonking amount of gold. So why not? Gives people a fair chance to do their shuffles at least. Generally, if you were planning to shuffle, you were just waiting for the time, say the weekend. Well, giving people a heads up, I mean, no, I still disagree. Game designer here, patch notes are hard to do and maintain. It was part of my job and it's very easy to miss things, explain them wrongly, deceptively hard. Yeah, I imagine it probably is, but I also, I'm not really willing to give Blizzard the benefit of a doubt when they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Like they quite simply, if they're making changes to their product that we're actively paying for, they should provide us information on what's changed. I think. I don't know if that's me just being like feeling entitled or something, but I know it's difficult for them, but do it. Never sit on a money printer. It was money from nothing. Yeah, I mean, I said to people a bunch of times, don't buy more than you're able to actually shuffle in a short period of time, because if they change something, you're gonna feel bad about it. In the bag search box, type 190 and look what happens. Does it then go, hey, that's quite cool. Hey, I already like that feature. Then I can say, have I got my 210s? Yeah, I've got some 210s. 225s? Yeah, I've got 225s. I've got 235s. Yeah, I've got my 235s. Alright. I'm gonna give Addy Bags a 7 out of 10 so far. Is there a way I can get a value calculations for my guild bank stock? TSM can usually work that sort of stuff for it. Especially when we pay $10 a month to play plus an expansion cost. Yeah, this is not like a free product. That it's not a. We are actively paying for this product, so I feel it's only due that they should at least tell us when they change the product, you know, and tell us in detail. I always had close to no shuffle mats in my inventory when going to bed, mostly because I like to see how much gold I made for the day. Sensible way of doing it, for sure. What price do you think shrouded cloth will land at after this? It would be nice to take advantage of the dump I imagine, I've not done the exact maths on it, but I think it's going to be about 2 gold, surely. Where's the spreadsheet? So if you look at the Shrouded Cloth cape, now that you can technically get the thread, you can get the thread for 7 gold 20 if you're exalted with like Stormwind or Ogrimmar or whatever. It's 9 gold. 9 gold is the default vendor price, but you can theoretically get it for 7 gold 20. If you get your thread at exalted, you can buy your Shrouded Cloth for 2 gold and turn a 1 silver profit 10 silver profit every time. So basically 2 gold is the new threshold on Shrouded Cloth. If you get your cloth for 1 gold a piece, you'll make 4 gold every time you sell a cape. It's 10 silver because it's 0.1 of a gold, but so you're in essence, for you to even consider doing it really, and based upon getting your Shrouded Cloth at 1 gold a piece, you're still only looking at less than 8,000 gold an hour shuffling it. Like, you're literally going to have to get, like, if you get your cloth for 50 silver a piece, even at 50 silver a piece, you're only making 10k an hour now. Cloth is basically done. Nobody's going to be shuffling for 10k an hour. Not when you can run about and pick up some herbs for 20 minutes and double that. Cloth is donezo. Game over on cloth. And this is if the stars align. Don't forget that if you can't get your penumbra thread, if you have to pay default prices, 9 times 4 is 27. No, 9 times 4, sorry, is 36. It only vendors for 36.90. The entire cost of the item is taken up by the 4. There's literally only 56 silver left over if you're buying your thread at default. So yeah, cloth is just donezo. Game over. We can probably move on to the next most profitable something, but for now I don't know what that is. Let's look on the tailor. How do you think Soul Dust will be impacted by this? And now I converted the majority of my capes into dust. I don't think there'll be much change to this. It will literally now be, an enchanter shuffle. Quite simply, it will be an enchanter shuffle. It's no longer a vendor shuffle. You'll still do the same process. You'll still craft the braces. You'll still craft the braces. Where are they? Shrouded Cloth braces. You'll still craft these to make dust because it's the cheapest one still. But apparently they've changed the disenchant rates as well. So now you've got 9, 18, 27 gold worth of thread, plus however much you get your cloth for. 9, 18, 27. Let's say you buy your Shrouded Cloth for a gold a piece now. It's 30 gold to make a pair of braces that you'll then disenchant, and you'll get dust. They've reduced the amount of vendor materials you get from this. Not vendor materials, sorry, I'm screwing my words up. They've reduced the amount of dust you get from disenchanting these. So in relation to the price of dust, not much is going to change. Not much is going to change. Short term, like when I say short term, I mean today dust might be a little bit more expensive. But I don't think long term it's going to make any difference. So perceivably, where previously we were making capes to vendor the capes, 4 times 9 is 36. It only vendors for 36.90 in the first place. Yeah, we're no longer going to be crafting capes. Put it that way. Capes is capes is done. We'll still make braces because braces appear to be the cheapest. Although actually, whatever uses the least amount of thread is now likely to be the cheapest. Most of them use 3. Yeah, it's still going to be the braces. It's still going to be the bracer shuffle for enchanters. But there's not really a profitable vendor shuffle on cloth anymore, which basically means cloth is just done. Game over. Cloth is worth literally nothing. You might as well just put it in the bin. Because let's think about it from the point of view of, well, what if people are actually using cloth? Well, the only things they're going to be using it for, in mass, you would think, is creating the legendaries. When, in reality, when you need 35 pieces of cloth to make a single bracer, well, that's like... We can now change this value to probably 1. It's not going to make a huge difference to the grand total, but it is going to basically mean that outside of your enchanted lightless silk or your boreal shards, I mean, tailoring is so in the hole now. If tailoring legendaries was a dumpster fire before, it's just been double dumpster fired. Will the Elithium price go up again? Not sure. Elithium price, no, it probably won't. What this has actually equally done, this is brought the demand for Elithium down. Meaning Elithium, at best, will probably stay stable now. For 2 reasons. Leystrite ore is likely going to get even cheaper, and the cheaper Leystrite ore is, the cheaper Elithium ore will be. I mean, this is a massive slap in the face to tailors, blacksmiths, jewel crafters, you name it, the lot. Everything that you were crafting yesterday is now going to be much cheaper to make it today. It's an odd one. It's an odd one, that's for sure. What about the blue tailoring items? Realistically, these are still the same, right? We were disenchanting these. Maybe we should do some science. Maybe for science we should craft a bunch of stuff. Yeah, for science we should probably craft a bunch of stuff. If for no other reason than to just check disenchant rates. So we want to make 100 braces now. I need some more penumbra thread, ironically. Have I not got any anywhere? I've got a bunch on my other character. I'll just go buy some. It's fine. Now, actually, getting that discount is all the more important on the thread. My hunter is actually in Stormwind already. Check the auction house. Bought them on the auction house for 6 gold. That's a good shout, actually. Is there any on the auction house? Where's my vendor? 1. See? This is why I put all the vendor materials in a group. No, people have caught wind of this already. No, I can buy it from less from the vendor still. It's all good. Whoa, no, hang on, what's going on here? Whoa, stop. What? How do we turn off all of these? That's gross. How do I get rid of all of these currencies? Nope, 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 nope. All the nopes. Is there not a quick turn all off? Oh dear. There's got to be a... Oh. Why would you turn all of those on by default? Just why? Okay. We also need to scale this up. Default scale 100, please. Close. Okay. Penumbra thread. Let's just buy a lot. We probably need a lot. We're gonna do some testing. We're gonna need a lot. Where did it go? Just buy like 500 or something. Oh my god! I don't even have enough gold to buy the bloody vendor mats. Your stream starts to become more entertaining. What, when I can't do simple things? When you realise that I'm not actually the wizard everybody thinks I am? That's pretty big-headed of me. That's assuming people think I'm a wizard. Send those over. Probably on that for now. How'd you get it for 720? You buy it from a faction that you're exalted with. So I just went back to Stormwind because I'm exalted with Stormwind, and you get the rep discount. And do you think they did this to reduce inflation? That is the only reason they did this. One of the reasons I stopped using Addy bags is the constant resizing of the bag windows, effing annoying. Yeah, that might annoy me long term. We'll see. Lol, people selling cloth Legos for 500 gold again. Swoop in, swoop in. Right, so we're going to craft. What did I say we're going to craft? We've got 87 free bag spaces. All my neat OCD sorting, though, is now not a thing. I'm not entirely sure how much I like this add-on, but we'll have to see. Why have I got 4 deep sea bags? What is going on? Oi, vendor, come here. Get rid of these. Get rid of these. Morning, Nax. Welcome, welcome. You can set row length in addy bags so it's always the same size. I'm sure I'll figure all this stuff out. Any ad... Oh, what? No, it's going to do funny stuff to the bank as well. Ugh. I'm falling out of love with this add-on the more I use. We'll see. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I'll try and work with it. Where's my reagent bank now? Click that button for reagent bank, okay. Where's the deposit all reagents button? Deposit all reagent, okay. Sure. I'm sure I might like this eventually, but we'll see. Right, so we need to craft 100 of each, don't we? We need to craft 100 pairs of braces. Let's check the disenchant rate on these things. Craft those, go. Different profiles for addy bags. This is the thing. If I constantly need to be tweaking and tuning settings for something as simple as a bag add-on, that was the reason I didn't have a bag add-on. No harm in giving Bagnon a try as well. Then you have a solid opinion, which is better. Yeah, I think I probably will. I do not want to be constantly fiddling with settings. Like, I have enough twiddling and tuning to do with TSM. Like, literally, if I need to be constantly thinking about settings for a bag add-on, bosh, it's out of here. Someone is not aware of the changes and is buying up cloth sub 5 gold in masses on the auction house. Yeah, people probably will. People probably will. Used LVUI for a week, went back to bartender. I used LVUI for a while, and for the exact same reason, I was constantly annoyed with the fact I had to be tweaking things all the time. So I was just like, nope, get it out of here. Why do we think this nerf affects the price of lace stripe? Well, because it does. No longer is there a 12 gold price floor on lace stripe. That will in essence mean that if if supply supersedes demand, the price will just continually go down on lace stripe. Managed to sell out 100k cloth at around 6 gold 50. See ya. There'll still be people with stockpiled thread that can make a profit from the cloth. Might take a day or two for cloth to drop. No, because they've also increased the amount of vendor items you need to craft the item in the first place. You only needed a single piece of penumbra thread before. You now need 3. So the reason they have this, okay, maybe I didn't explain this very well in the video, but the reason they have increased the vendor materials and increased the amount of materials that you need to use, one change is to make it so that nobody can buy more materials. The other change is in place to make those that have stockpiled materials want to jump off a cliff. They've tried to kill it from both angles. They've tried to make sure that even if you've stockpiled materials, you can't benefit from this going forward. The second one seems a bit mean. Oh yeah. Yeah. But you've got to remember, servers like Illidan, for example, were generating probably 1 million cloth a day. And there's probably people, I hate to say it, that have guild banks upon guild banks full of cloth. And Blizzard wanted a way to just cut the system completely. Look at you, so poor. On this character, yeah. This is just an any old Joe character. When my bank character's gold capped, then I'll start spreading the gold out a little bit more. How much do you think shrouded cloth will sell for now? Nothing. Quite literally nothing. There's virtually no reason for it to be anything above 0 now. Is the honest answer. I know that sounds really harsh, but it genuinely is the case. Is this 100 of these now? We've got 100 of these. Right, let's get these sent over to... Easily, I'm on Illidan. Mats get posted by the tens of thousands at a time. Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, the supply of cloth far outweighs the demand for the dust, even at the moment. So, for as long as these 2x4 farms are a thing, cloth will be worth absolutely nothing, and the price of dust will basically be intrinsically linked to the vendor value of penumbra thread. Because you're going to consider those 3 pieces of cloth you need, you're going to consider that cloth free. So this is why we're getting some new disenchanting rates, because they've also changed disenchanting. So we'll for science this for a minute. Now, why is this not sending? What's going on? Hello, can you send, please? Hello? Alright. This being a big stupid window here, I'm not enjoying this Addy bag so far, if I'm honest. It has some features that I like, but I'm very aware I'm going to have to heavily tweak the settings of this before I like it. Because now this just looks dumb. If it automatically resized, I might like it. I don't know about this Addy bags, you know. You guys have flogged me a dead horse, I think. But now let's log out of that and let's go on to our enchanter. By doing this, they've also screwed up pretty much all of the legendary crafting professions to the point where it almost makes no sense to craft anything anymore. There is a weird side effect to the legendary crafting market from this as well. Absolutely. Right, okay. Now I've got no bag space left. Where's the empty bag space? The empty bag space there is 41. Let's... there's a bunch of stuff I probably need to be disenchanting here anyway. Soulbound, disenchant. Nope, hang on. Let's do things accordingly. What's this? Let me clean my bags a little bit on foot. Bit of maintenance mode, boys and girls. Bit of maintenance mode. Hang fire. We'll get back to science in a minute. I've got to genuinely check that I'm not disenchanting anything I shouldn't be. That's technically higher item level. Whatever. See you later. This item has been removed from the game. Oh, because it's the Argent Conscript stuff. Oh, well, I've got the appearance for it. See you later. That can also disappear. Pretty much anything under item level 140, 150 I can just instantly get rid of now. Oh, it's also moved out the BOEs, so this is just soulbound stuff. Oh, okay, well that is a feature I do like. They upped the price floor for penumbra thread. Yep, they did. From 5 gone to 9. People were already, like, this is funny. People were already mad pissed that, like, the vendor price was so high. Crazy annoyed already that it was 5 gold for a vendor item. They were like, really? Now you need multiple of them, and they're now 9 gold a piece by default. Ouch. Right, this is cleared up. We need at least 100 bag slots. That's old. We can get rid of that. Oh, I'm not sure. I should have disenchanted that one. Oh well. Cannot be disenchanted. You sure? Okay. Just get rid of it then. Right, when we got 100 bag slots, I'll go put some materials in the bank. But when we've got 100 bag slots, we should be able to disenchant everything for science. And see what they've changed. Hang on, I've still got all these scourge stones and stuff. I should have cashed these in, but I forgot. Nobody cares anymore. What's this? Have a pet. That's reagent bank. Deposit all reagents. Go. Right, I think that makes sense. A pet. I didn't even know I had. Mailbox. Right, we should have 100 cloth braces now. Let's get these disenchanted, and then let's see what what's changed, how they've changed it. Really not sure why things keep crashing. New question, can you use rank 2, 3 or 4 legendaries yet, or only able to use rank 1? You can only craft a legendary using a rank 1 right now. What is this? No, this is not how things are meant to look. How do I make it not look like an idiot? Compact layout. Nope, still looks like an idiot. Column width. Can we go to 10? Okay. That looks less like an idiot. Alright. Oh, I've got some other random BOEs. I need to be careful not to actually disenchant those. Otherwise they'll screw up our test results. If you're gonna do science, you got to do it in a in a sciencey way. Let's get rid of these for now then. Put them in the bank. Doesn't go in that container. Ah! Regular bank, please. Oh no, hang on. Did it take the right one? It did. Right, 10 by 10, that's 100 BOEs. Let's get disenchanting. A controlled environment, exactly. We're going to bang through 100 of these and we're going to see what we get. So the tailoring shuffle is done. Yeah, it's pretty much done, so at least from a vendor point of view. They've kiboshed the vendor shuffle completely. You're still going to craft braces like I've done now to get dust. But of course, what it has done is slightly altered the value of dust as well. Blizzard have also changed how many bits of dust you get from the braces. So my rate was 110 braces for 229 dust. Dude, why did you do 110? Do you know how percentages work? Why didn't you stop at 100? But let's see. We'll also then go out and we'll probably craft 100 of the blue ones as well. We'll disenchant them. I'm not too concerned about doing this because I need a bunch of dust anyway. I'm running out of enchanted mats, so. 110 is work in progress. Nice one, nice one. We like round numbers. We like round numbers. I've disenchanted 500 for 1200 plus dust, okay. $110 is better than 100, true. But 200 is better than 110. I'm very aware about, you know, bigger sample size, more accurate results and all that, but if you disenchant 100 of something, it's much easier for like percentages if you keep it in multiples of 100. Right, we're almost halfway. Almost halfway. I'm probably going to have to put together a disenchanting table or something, aren't I? Because I imagine this is info that people will want access to on the regular. The leather wrist shuffle is probably better for dust. Probably. But we had a reasonably good idea of what the disenchant rate was of these braces before. Blizzard has specifically said that they've changed a few of the disenchant rates, so it's more for comparison right now than anything. More for comparison rather than optimization. Nelson, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Who would want to do statistical analysis in their head anyway? Hey, why do you think I have a spreadsheet for everything? I can do maths, but I'd rather a spreadsheet do the maths for me. Do you think Heavy Callous Hide is going to spike back up when raid releases? And then Mythic raid releases with higher Legos available for craft? Do you think it will keep tanking? There's a weird situation. I don't when it comes to materials, it's difficult to judge exactly what's going to happen because there's lots of variables. The changes that have been made to the vendor shuffles is going to mean that there's less incentive now for skinners to go out and skin because their minimum wage rate was set by the vendor shuffle price. They knew that they'd get like 1,000 or so desolate leather an hour. They knew they'd get a whole bunch of bones per hour, and it meant that they had a pretty stable flat rate of how much they could make per hour. Now, when they get Heavy Callous Hide, that was a bonus on top. The problem is now their only incentive to go out skinning is arguably for that bonus, which means that the price that they're likely to want to charge for that is going to go up. And if it doesn't go up, then they're not going to be as likely to do it. 252 out of from 100 disenchants. weirdly, the 2.52 average seems to be exactly the same. Isn't 2.52 the number that Hikons was going by, like, for the entirety of the Shadowlands? I'm quite sure it was 2.52 before. American math. Divide 110 by the length of a piano times by an alligator's tooth and add the number of eyelashes on your left eye. And then convert it from metric to imperial 3 times. Does this effect change alchemy in any way? Not really. The only way it may change alchemy is it may make the herbs cheaper because more skinners will switch to doing something more profitable, which may be running around gathering herbs. I don't know. It's all speculative though. Yeah, I saw no change in my DE rates either this morning. Yeah, this is a weird one. I'm quite sure I've seen Hikons report that 2.52 was kind of his number that he was going by. Hang on, let me do it. Let me find out. I swear I saw him tweet about something. Okay, Hikons was quoting 2.56 dust D average. They genuinely don't seem to have, although they claim that they've changed something, I don't know what it is they've changed. So, spreadsheet. Do we, I don't actually even have a sheet for disenchanting rates, do I? Do we think we need one? We've got milling, we've got prospecting, vendor shuffles, which is now a joke. We could do with a new sheet. We could do with a new sheet, which is rename disenchanting. And we'll put that further down the line. We'll slap that here. So, what did we just disenchant? We disenchanted the braces, right? What are they called? Jesus, what were they even called? Shrouded cloth. Shrouded cloth. We did the braces, didn't we? Shrouded cloth braces. Let's do a. Let's take this, for example. World of spreadsheets. It's begun. It's back. I can't believe I haven't done this before, to be honest, but we want, what do we want? What do we want? We want dust, shards, crystals. No, these need to be down 1. So we did 100, and we got, what did we say? We got 256. Sir, you are an absolute genius. Thanks to your shooting tips, I made 1.8 million on base mail between Legos since Wednesday on EU. Thank you. Hey, you're very welcome. I'm glad it was profitable for you. Did I say 252? Was it 252? It was 252. Good spot, people. 252. This number divided by this number, right? No. What number am I even looking for here? Brain. No, that was right. That was right. Equals this number divided by this number. 2.52 per. Oh, these numbers are going to be wrong though. Should be always E5. And then we can just copy paste this down, and we can add more to it if we really want to. You can select multiple columns and double click the border to reduce them all to their minimum size. Huh, cool. Learn something every day. Red and blue gem based rings might become good for shards. Yeah, there's a bunch of options here actually. There's a bunch of options. Shrouded cloth braces. We've got that then. Who be this? Ovidus, thanks for the sub, welcome. Blue Ace as well, welcome, welcome. What did I miss? You missed the fact that they hotfixed all of the vendor shuffles. So they're basically donezo. Yeah, QBD, I would be doing that, but I'm going to be copy and pasting this down as well. This is a template. I will now be basically copying and pasting for different items. If I put the dollar thing, it would always constantly refer back to this, even when I copy paste it. That's why I didn't do it. But I know, but thank you. I appreciate the help. So what we also need to look at is what were the other leather mail ones. We need to now make 100 of the, what are they called? The shadow lace braces. Shadow lace braces, yeah. Let's for science on those a little bit. Angel, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Is there a way to get crafting costs on inscription items on the cheat sheet as of right now? Not without you doing some of the maths. I prefer my cheat sheet to give you data. You can then take that data and apply it to your realm. And if you want to go deeper into calculating crafting costs, then sure. So what is it? Shadow Lace Cuffs. That's the one. We need to make 100 of these bad boys, because this is still one of the better ones. Surely. I mean, they even with increasing these. Yeah, still only 3. Let's make 100 of those then. Right, while they do that, I'm going to go to the bathroom quickly. I'll be back in 2 minutes. You guys find the like button. Give it a good smash. Alrighty, where are we at? Oh, we're still crafting. Okay. The price of the shuffles has increased. Doesn't that mean that the dust would increase too? Well, we're trying to work out what's going on with the dust, and simply because the Blizzard have also claimed that they've changed the disenchanting rates on a few items, but in their wisdom, they didn't tell us which items, so we got to find out. You can see here on the patch notes, it says, where is it? Somewhere. Crafted Shadowlands weapons and armor now yield less soul dust when disenchanted. But they didn't tell us which Shadowlands crafted weapons and armor. So, thanks Blizzard, but you know that doesn't really help us all that much. But I guess an air of mystery about it is what they were going for, probably. Are we done crafting? We're done crafting. There's 100 shadow lace cuffs. Let's put that one in the thing. In the ting. Shadow lace cuffs. Let's get those sent over. Right, there we go. Let's get them disenchanted. Probably doesn't know themselves, still an indie developer. It's funny because it's kind of true. Is it cheaper to produce the leather braces? Sure, but not from cloth, it's not. It may be, yeah, ultimately it may be that we switch to leather working for our supply of materials for prospecting, but we're testing. We're testing. It pushes the floor on Leystrike down to around 8 or 9, right? To my understanding, it pushes the floor price further than that, but I've not looked into Leystrike yet. I've only got so many arms. Deposit reagents, that should get rid of the dust then. Yep, cool. Yeah, we'll look at the leather options as well, possibly in a minute. Now, what's going to be interesting is if these are still correct, or whether this is one of the items that they've changed. We won't know until we prospect a whole bunch of them. Prospect. Jesus, my brain is so Warcrafting related nowadays. Till we disenchant them. Shadow Lace cuffs are still good. Tested it myself. We'll see. Why does that look like an odd number? How can we possibly have an odd number? Oh, it is 100. Why has it made the width 9 and whatever? Right, go. Warcrafting has now become Manthieus' personal brand for Shadowlands. Almost. Go to bed, Manthieus, you're drunk. I wish I was drunk, and I wish I was in bed, to be fair. I didn't get much sleep last night. Not to mention I was up slightly earlier this morning to, you know, do videos and fix all of this craziness that's going on. He is and now forever will be the Warcrafting guy. Well, I've been called a whole bunch of stuff recently. I saw on Reddit the other day somebody called me the spreadsheet master. Now I'm the Warcrafting guy. I don't mind, whatever. In theory, we should end up with 140 soul dust and 150 sacred shards by the end of this. Unless they've changed something. Spreadsheet savant. Okay, now it's just getting a bit weird. The floor on Leystrike may be lower, but in my experience, Leystrike often rises considerably above the floor, unlike all shovel. Well, that's it. Leystrike is less going to be trailer trash, simply because there is actually still some use for it. Like, jewel crafters are still actively going to buy Leystrike ore in bulk to prospect, to get essences, to make legendaries. Not only that, there's obviously the gems that come from it. Like, it's all of the ores have their use for a jewel crafter if the price is right, which means that they're unlikely to ever get to like a vendor floor, or none of them is ever. Their price is somewhat related to each other, which is good. Oh, the Doritos guy. Are we going with that one? Are we? Okay, great, excellent. Top laughs. Haven't played retail WoW since Cataclysm, so basically have no gold. Any tips for gold making now in Shadowlands? for right now, if you're looking to just increase the liquid gold that you have, you want to pick up herbalism and mining. It's almost a no-brainer. Herbalism and mining as a comparison now will net you a lot of gold very quickly. As long as you're going to be out in the open world doing your world quests and all that sort of stuff anyway, so yeah. For that early influx of gold, herbalism and mining, absolutely. Once you've made a bunch of gold, you can start look at throwing it at professions to try and make some more. But realistically, herbalism and mining is an absolute gold mine right now. Manthieus is a jewel. Hey, I like that. That's relating to the jewel crafting. I get it. Definitely better than the Dorito Master. Yeah. The Goblin Whisperer. He who has control over the goblins. Oh no, I'm just looking at some of the comments on my latest video while I do this. So basically I just lost about 900k gold. Ouch. He who controls the Dorito dust controls the gold. It sounds like one of those kind of like the old sort of folk proverbs. He who controls the Dorito dust controls the gold. Is it a Dune reference? The Dorito dust must flow. God damn, I'm never going near a packet of Doritos again. Not happening. My legendaries never sell. What should I do? Cancel repost, cancel repost, cancel repost. Cancel repost faster than the other guy that's cancel reposting. Right, we're almost there. And we've almost got similar numbers again. Now, I'm aware that 100 is not necessarily the most reliable. It's a good start, but it's not ideal. But I'm not crafting 1,000 of these just for science. Just tested. Leather braces disenchant sucks. Is that the one that they've hotfixed? Have they hotfixed it before we? Well, 100 of those bad boys netted us. We did 100. We got, how many dust did we get? We got 153 the first time, and we got 136 of those. And obviously we got 0 crystals. So yeah, 1.53. That's an average on the dust, 1.3 on the shards. That seems to be the other way round for me. Now, like I said, I know that 100 is still a small sample size. But it almost as if it weirdly feels like they've increased the amount of dust that you get from these. Because you used to get more shards than you get dust. Who knows, whatever. But we need to test something with leather, do we now? The leather braces, is that what we're saying? I don't understand how somebody can craft a legendary for 6k under crafting cost. They probably can't. They're probably just selling it at a loss. Only 1 thread for the leather braces. Right. Let's try the next one. Let's try the next one. This dude, leatherworking. I've not even got anything on... You know what? This is terrible. I've not even got anything on the auction house. I should at least have stuff up on the auction house while I do this. Hang on. Hang on. We will continue with science momentarily. They push for rank 2 most likely and then just sell off the side product, also known as the rank 1s. Yeah. Most profits in the ranks that no one else has. It's kind of true. Let's, at the very least, let's get plate, missives, dual crafting base legendaries. Leatherworking base legendaries. We don't need cloth base legendaries. That should be a good post scan. Let's get these up on the auction house and see what's going. See if we can snag ourselves a few sales whilst we're doing some science. No surprise to anybody, I'm the only one that's got 235 Shadowghast neck. Right, there's a few things up there. There's a lot of things we're not posting because they're under our crafting cost right now. Wow. Wow. We instantly sold a Shadowghast necklace. Odds on which one? Can we get a 1 to 4 in chat? Make your guesses now. Which rank of Shadowghast necklace did we instantly sell? Spoiler alert, we only listed 3 different types. We didn't even list a rank 1. So it's got to be a 2, 3 or a 4. It's got to be a 2, 3 or a 4. Because we didn't even post a rank 1. So this is a big sale minimum. This is a 30k sale minimum. Possibly a 300k sale. We sold a rank 3. A rank 3 Shadowghast necklace. 70k. Bang. Get out of there. I refused to bet after last time. Who got 3 then? Who shouted out 3 first? We got Igor. Shouted out a 3 first. Out of the coffee club members, limited edition got the first 3. Grats if you said 3, boys and girls. Cool. What did I win? A nice warm feeling inside that RN Jesus is on your side. Is that an indication that somebody is doing something weird? Shadowghast necks. I mean, I literally posted that I sold it literally the second I posted it. Almost weirdly, as if it's like, yeah, I don't know why that happened. I think I was just crazy level lucky to sell that instantly. Sure, I'll go with that. The 190 market is still in the bin though. Totally in the bin. Yeah, the 190 market is way in the bin. Although I might have to start competing at these 190 prices just so that these people don't rank up. Oh, I mean, look how many. People are crafting 15 and just dumping them on the auction house. Every day I see a new name here. Gotta love those warm feels. Yep. As well as a shiny new curse. Right place, right time. Also showing that if it ends on the auction house, you can't sell it. Yeah, Absolutely. Absolutely. Too bad Blizzard did not change base legendary vendor price to like 200 gold to increase deposit fees to make people posting far below pros lose even more. The only people that would get really affected by that is the cancel rescanners, because they'd be losing that every time they cancel an item and repost it. But yeah, you're right. It could potentially be. It'd be a very different market if people actually couldn't do this. If it was monetarily a really, really bad idea to do this, then people would stop doing it. But the 190 market is in the bin. Even the 210s are coming down now for the rings. Had any luck with inscription missives selling at insane rates, but only for pennies profit? The inscription missives, yeah, they're one that you really have to. The issue I highlighted with them is that there are some people that are going to be on your realm that have literally banks full of luminous ink. That previously they didn't really have much use for it. Now they're just using that luminous ink to craft a bunch of missives, and their only actual cost per se is for the umbral ink, which means straight away they're going into the game with a lot of an advantage over you. If you're milling to craft right now, you're at a slight disadvantage. Joining you for the science on the leather braces. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. I've just got to make sure I've got my auctions up, because, you know, if they're not on the auction house, you ain't going to sell them. People that are undercutting rank 1 Legos don't think about people leveling alts that can only get a certain amount of soul ash per week, right? Rank 1 will be a common thing to pick up just for the effect. Rank 1 is going to be a thing forever, because it's going to be the cheapest way for you to get that power, and it's a really nice, quick and easy 190 piece of gear, right? Yeah, rank 1s are always going to sell. Long term, rank 1s will sell, rank 4s will sell. The cheapest and the best. It's the ones in the middle that are a little bit. Right, we got some auctions up. Let's in fact, let's switch that to something that doesn't give away what we've sold in case we play the lottery. Now we need to do some leatherworking, because apparently these only use, where are they, arm guards? No, that not legendary stuff. Calm down. Desolate leather arm guards, 6 pieces of leather, 1 penumbra thread. So this is going to make these. This is going to make these a hot disenchant bait, simply because the desolate leather is likely to come down in price considerably now. Plus only using 7 gold 20 worth of vendor materials. So it's definitely the arm guards you're going to look at prospecting, isn't it? 9 and 1, 6 and 1. Everything else is more than the 1. Nobody in their right mind is going to disenchant Shadebound because it uses Callous Hide. At least for now. long term, this might be an option, possibly. I don't know. Simply the fact that it uses callous hide is going to be like, at least short term, it's going to be a no-no. How we doing, Woo? Good morning to you. Welcome, welcome. Right, arm guards it is then. Need to make 100 of these puppies. I guess I need some thread. I need 100 threads. 100 more threads, please. Penumbra thread, 100. Oh, God, Jesus. My main character's got 300 gold on him. What is going on? Can we fix that, please? Where's the mailbox over here? I can see the mailbox on my map. I can't see. Oh, it's over this side, that's why. Derp. Auction house dude, that one. Send. Here, have 50k. This is why I can never keep track of where all my gold is and how much I've got, because I'm constantly sending it from one character to another to do all sorts of different stuff. Penumbra thread. We need at least 100, but as I'm here, maybe I'll just buy 1,000. It's not like I'm not going to use it. We arguably probably need some desolate leather now, actually, thinking about it, because I think I've sold a lot of my desolate leather. No, I've got a whole bunch of it in the bank still. We'll use the stuff that we've already got banked. Bank dude. There we go. Mailbox. Send. Right, we need some space. We need some space. Deposit all reagents. Oh no, hang on. Where did it put the reagents then? Oh, whatever. Bank is full. Reagent bank is full. Alright then, well, let's just put them in the regular bank then. Come on, game. Have a word. I need 100 free slots. I'm really not liking this new bag add-on. Maybe it's just you know, getting used to it, but $26 veracity decks for 30k each could reset them to 50-ish. I mean, if it works, it works, but that's, you're gonna have to be very, like, that's genuinely, if you're gonna do a flip like that, you probably know that you're gonna be doing it. You don't need anybody's advice on that. It's dangerous, that's all I'm saying. Right, 100 arm guards. These are now going to be a very cheap way to get dust, but this may likely be one of the ones that they've decided to, like, change the dust thing on, so. Was awake for the nerf last night. Was a madness. People were resetting random markets like headless chickens. This makes me think that they should not have released the expansion for another year with such drastic changes in the first week. I mean, it's safe to say that there's absolutely no way that Blizzard thought the game was like actually ready to be released, but it got to a point where they just didn't have much of a choice. You've been using it for 2 hours. Toss as a bone. Switch to Bagnon for 10 minutes. I'll switch to Bagnon tomorrow. I'll give it at least 24 hours. I want to like fully test to see how it works, because it may just be acclimatizing to it. But right now it's doing some weird things. Soul Dust was reset to 50 gold on Draenor. It was a gold rush. Damn. Just tuned in. What nerf happened last night? Vendor shuffles have been squished. Check my latest video. Literally nobody's watching that video because I've started a live stream instead. Oh well. Breaking my own analytics. I'm on Draenor, bought 5,000 dust at 12 gold a piece. I'm interested to see what the disenchant rate is on these arm guards now, because with Penumbra Thread being worst case scenario 9 gold, you're gonna get these Desolate Leathers for like literally a gold a piece in a day or two. When I checked YouTube, it only showed me your live stream. Yeah, it tends to only show like if you release videos too quickly. And YouTube still considers a live stream a video. If you release videos too quickly, you kind of miss out on a lot of the like free recommendation that YouTube does on a video. But as soon as the live stream's finished, then YouTube will start promoting my past video again. It'll be fine. It'll work out. It's alright. So it's all good. It's all good, man. Two gold per is what I found after 300 dust. So if we're saying 2 gold per on this, we're going to be looking at 6 gold for the leather, 9 gold for the thread, 15 gold for 2. That's 7.5 gold each for the dust, right? If you buy your leather at a gold a piece, which is what it'll be by the end of the day. Basically the same as Shrouded Cloth. It'll be worth just nothing. Oh no, there was another random item in there. Oh, balls. Whatever. Now it's crashed. Right, I need to be careful I don't disenchant the wrong things now. There's other random BOEs I had that have now been caught in the mix. $500,000 desolate leathers dumped at 2 gold each. Big yikes. Yep. Things just went a bit... This is what happens when you have price floors. All price floors do is they create like a cluster of materials on them. And then if the price floor drops, then all of that cluster is going to drop with it. Godrune, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, my man. Not seen you for a few days. You must have been busy. Or maybe it's just felt like a few days because I don't stop streaming at the moment. Do we have dust in our bags? We don't have dust in our bags. Or do we? We do. We still have materials in our bags. Need to get rid of the materials. Wondering if they changed vendor shuffles, they will also balance legendaries like leatherworking versus tailoring, for example. Yeah, I'm really not sure what they're going to do at this point. Like, the fact that it feels like we're in a live beta test right now. Lucas, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Busy and kind of burnt out on WoW content for a while. Been watching goal making for 5 months straight. Need a couple of days of a break. Oh yeah, I get it. I get it. I'm taking Sunday off. I'm just not even going to turn my computer on Sunday. Right, let me disenchant some of these random items that I've picked up that aren't the bracers. Just so they don't skew our disenchant rates. So that should now be, we've got 100 Desolate Leather Arm Guards there. Let's put the dust in our reagent tab. Where's the reagent tab? There's the dust, there's the shards. Now we should be golden. Now we can disenchant. Now let's see how much dust we actually get from these. Although it didn't slow me down, I just started doing things that weren't on my main server. Yeah. How do you open the TSM destroying window if it doesn't appear? Yeah. / TSM destroy. New shuffle. Not so much a new shuffle. More as checking the values of any existing shuffle. Okay, I'm completely stumped on this. If I want to calculate pigment costs, do I divide the herb cost by the milling percentage, or is there some calculation? Well, you want to work out how many inks you get from, say, 1,000 pieces of a single herb, and then you want to take however much it cost you to buy those herbs, and you want to divide that by how many inks you got by milling them. And that will give you your cost per ink. But of course, that cost per ink is an average of the 2 inks. Each ink itself then has a different value. Ah, you've spread your wings. You've got new bank characters kicking about. Okay, okay. I'll make sure I whitelist you. Buying materials cheap is the key to making profit. Oh, literally, all day long. Like, outside of this crazy period right now where I'm actually focusing less on getting my materials at a cheap cost, just because I'm turning through them so quickly. But yeah, for 90% of the expansion, it's basically all about getting the materials cheaper than your competition. If you can get your materials cheaper, you win, like almost instantly. Because you can then sell it for less than they can and still make a profit. Created an ink calculator similar to your prospecting one in my copy of the spreadsheet. Any way to send it over to integrate it if you want. I'm not super keen on putting calculators in the spreadsheet so much. I know I've done it a little bit for prospecting, but not in a huge amount. Mainly because it sounds odd, but I actually want people to do some of the work. Because if you don't do any of the work, if you just plug in a number and it tells you something, then you don't really actually know what's happening. I want my spreadsheet to basically be the data. There's the data. There's the data you may need that's not readily available. You need to take that data and do something with it. So thank you, but not right now. That's how you become the president of the USA? No. You become the president of the USA by, like, not being able to make money by legalized gambling, by having a funny haircut, by being, yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm not getting into politics. Flipped a few thousand bones this morning for 8 gold before the prices plummeted. Bought them all for a gold each anyway, so nice little tidy profit. GG. You took the bait, but very wise to pull out of that. Yeah. Yes, I'm still aware of what conversations should and shouldn't take place. This is meant to be at least somewhat of an educational / entertaining live stream about a video game. There is no place for world politics here. None whatsoever. Bet on how many dust you end up with. I'm on 248. It's looking like it could be close to that. Which would mean the 2.5 soul dust that TSM predicts is still pretty bang on. So at this point, I'm not entirely sure what it was that they've what they've changed the disenchanting rates on, like they claim to have, because I've not found anything that's changed. If Elithium ore tanks super hard, the best thing to do with it is prospect it or blacksmith gear. Or kind of a combination of both, preferably, but the issue is, from a jewel crafting point of view, is that the price of Elithium ore needs to be less than 10 times that of lacerite before it's really worth prospecting it. So for the moment, most of it's being bought by blacksmiths. Blacksmiths are the main source for it right now. But yeah. 248. Who said 248? Jonathan. Boom. Genius. Exactly 248. Exactly 248. What were these? What are they even called? Desolate leather. I don't know what the actual item's called. We'll just call them the desolate leather braces. We disenchanted 100 of them. We got 248 and 0 and 0. Heavy callous hide has dropped 1k overnight from 3k to 2k. Not sure if I should buy it now before it goes up again. Um, 3k seemed relatively high for it in the first place. 2k seems like a more natural price for it generally, but it was probably only 3k because somebody reset the price on it, which would have inflated it back up for sure. Well, at this point, it's arguably the braces, the leather braces, which are the best ones to disenchant, simply because the materials are less. Maybe we should put like the actual materials that are needed. Oh, I don't know. Is there anything else we need to disenchant to like see what it is they've changed? Because by my testing, they haven't changed the disenchant rates of things. I can't work out what it is they've actually changed the rates on. Because if you look here, I mean, they definitely claim they've changed something. Crafted Shadowlands weapons and armor now yield less soul dust when disenchanted. But I can't find any crafted Shadowlands weapons or armor that do actually yield less soul dust when disenchanted. No more 4 procs is what I got. My theory is that they changed it from 1 to 4 to 2 to 3. Possibly. People have not been seeing any times 4 procs off a single item, but the actual disenchanting rate is the same. So technically it's not yielding less soul dust, it's yielding the same, it's just giving it to you in a different ratio. Maybe we should keep quiet and disenchant for a few days until they hotfix the hotfix. Hotfix a hotfix, yeah. Hotfix the hotfixes. Maybe since disenchanting blue braces always yielded between 1 and 2 dust, plus 1 and 2 shards, it's within margin that's Blizzard set. I don't know. I don't know what... Right now, I mean, I've crafted 3 different items. The Shadow Lace cuffs are the blue braces, the green braces, the leather braces. All the obvious ones to craft to disenchant with don't appear to have actually been changed. So, yeah. It doesn't seem to have been changed. What more can I say? These rates are exactly what people have been expecting all the time anyway. Is there anything else that we should probably be disenchanting to test this? I mean, what about... let's just put this dust and stuff in the bank for now. I can't think of what else we should possibly be even testing. Hello, game? There we go. Because what would you be... You're now very unlikely to prospect any of these weapons simply for the fact that they now use like filthy amounts of flux. I mean, arguably, the ones they might have changed is like these weapons, for example. But nobody was prospecting these in the first place. I got much lower rates than you. They might have made enchanting skill matter. I think it always did matter. I genuinely think it always did matter. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the fact that I'm max enchanting, but you found a way to make gold again now? I wasn't really doing the vendor shuffle much. In fact, I don't think I did the vendor shuffle at all myself, but could they have not been talking about blues? You've only done greens, or am I mistaken? It specifically says soul dust in the patch notes. But I've even done the shadow lace cuffs, which were a rare item. So, so at this point, I really don't know. The fact that the thing specifically said, oh, we sold something. We sold something. The fact that it specifically said Shadowlands crafted weapons and armor. Like, nobody was disenchanting the weapons specifically for dust anyway. Maybe there was just a weapon that randomly was giving like 20 soul dust when it shouldn't have been. Maybe this isn't actually linked to this. Maybe that's just an odd weapon that was wrong and they've changed it. Generally speaking, I don't think they've changed much of anything. Let's see what we sold. We sold some Shadowghast Greaves. 12k. Let's craft some more. I'm on the right character. We're going to need one of them. Shadowghast Greaves. What are we running low on? Enchanted Elithium bars. Hot damn. We're out of enchanted Elithium bars. Time to buy some then, I guess. Oh, we can make some. We've only got 32 pieces of Elithium though. What's Elithium going for when it's hot? Or shopping scan. Elithium ore is still 200 gold a piece. Still makes it 400 gold. What do I want? Like 400? Is that too much? Probably too much. For now. I'll buy 200 for now. I don't know what it is about this track. I hate this track. There we go. Well, at least I've now got plenty of dust for making enchanted materials. There's a bonus there, I suppose. I needed to do some disenchanting for some dust anyway. 2 birds, 1 stone, right? They nerfed the cloth shuffle, by the way. I mean, check my latest video, dude. Oh no. I leveled my gathering druid just by gathering. That's pretty smart. I'm probably going to end up doing the same. Vendor Shuffle was great if you bought it cheap. Made just under 70k semi AFK while at work just by pressing craft all and then sell all. Yeah, it was arguably way too easy. The materials were way too heavily available. The floor price was way too high. Meant that people could, yes, virtually with 0 effort, make a lot of gold off it, which is entirely why it got nerfed. It's 10 mil per character. Right now I'm mining 700 to 800 green ores an hour. I reported the bug 1 week ago, but Blizzard still hasn't fixed it. What should I do? Keep farming or spread the word for Blizzard to fix it? Right now I'm mining 700 to 800 green ores an hour. I don't see what the problem is. Is that... I mean, that sounds very high. Or is it? That doesn't even sound very high. That's like, what, 25k an hour? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the bug is. Oh, it's instant respawn on the ore. Is it instant respawns on the same node? Is the exact same node just respawning? Yes. Then how are you only getting 700 to 800? How are you only getting to 7 to 800 if it instantly respawns? So there's a hyper spawn on one of the nodes. 30 seconds between the nodes. I mean, yeah. That is borderline. That's a borderline exploit. I wouldn't be doing that. I can show you, but I ain't going to show you all. No, yeah, I don't suggest you do. 30 seconds is not really a hyperspawn. 30 seconds is very, very fast for an ore node to respawn. Most ore nodes take like 5-6 minutes to respawn. Just DM me the chords or something. Or even don't, actually. I'd rather not know. I mean, that is genuinely bot heaven, yeah. But surely that would have if something like that, surely that would have a huge influx on the material. I mean, if one person was dumping thousands and thousands of an ore, I mean, I'm equally not going to ask you which ore it is, and please don't say. Along with the greens, there's around 50 Elithium ores. Give me the chords asking for a friend. No. If there's something that is very obviously a bug, no, please do not tell anybody who it is. I want Blizzard to fix the bug because there's lots of people doing it at the moment. No, either DM me on Twitter some info about it. Or for now, we'll skirt over it. Hit me up on Twitter, and I'll have a look into it. And obviously, just report it as a bug. Let's do a quick cancel scan. What I should have done actually is done a restock on all of my items. We've got some Elithium ore crafting. I probably need some more leather actually. I'm going to be very close to running out of leather at this rate. Dump the cloth, they said. Dump the cloth. All shuffles nerf to the hills. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much. Right, let's jump on. Let's quickly see what the price of leather is right now. Because I'm running low on materials, I feel. Why are all these groups open? I need some of the groups open, but not all of them. Leather, go. I sent you a link on Twitter with a nice web app for crafting. Might share it with others. I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look at it. Still 1600 gold. Although Callous Hide has dropped. Callous Hide has dropped in price a fair amount. Is this Skinner's like panic selling just everything? In case everything takes a nerf? I mean, I could do with buying some of these. They're relatively cheap. That's like another 40 heavy for an average of 14 a piece. What got nerfed? Vendor shuffles all over the place. If it's a vendor shuffle that you were doing yesterday, you ain't going to be doing it today. Quite simply. Got about 150k, just got back into the game. You just genuinely just pick up mining and herbalism right now. You're going to be spending so much time out in the zones doing your world quests and running around picking up a whole bunch of, if you're searching for treasures or killing rares, that sort of stuff. You're going to spend a lot of time out in the open world right now. So herbalism and mining, pick it up, you'll make a whole bunch of passive gold. And even if you want to focus on it, you'll make a lot right now as well. Marcus, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. So it's 1600 to just buy a heavy Callous Hide. I don't know why I'd just buy a heavy Callous Hide if I can buy the Callous Hide itself at a much lesser price. So let's buy out some of these. Wow, somebody's just dumped a whole bunch of them at that price. That's pretty tasty. Let's take those. That'll give me 142. 1420. No, that's not the button I want. This is the button I want. So this has come down on average now to about, let's say 1500. Which is going to mean these are 3000 right now. Just sold some Shadowgast Greaves. There's a nice cheeky 12k. Yoink. Let's get these turned into heavy ones first. Shadowghast Greaves, let's restock on those then. Shadowghast Greaves. We've almost hit rank 2 on, well, I reckon in not too long a time we'll hit rank 2 in these. Literally the moment you said this about Greaves, mine also sold. I think they're definitely a hot seller, those ones. The fact that just, I'm literally only, for blacksmithing, I'm only crafting something when I sell it. And I'm only selling it at a profit. So you can see, like, you can very quickly see which ones are selling. The gauntlets, I've sold a few. The Greaves, I've sold, like, literally 10 of them by now. The Helm, I've sold a bunch of them as well. The rest of them, not so much. So a couple of them are popping off for me. Let's check for undercuts, as there's probably lots of them. Yep. Rank 2 on Pauldron, Sabatons, Wasteguard and Helm here. Definitely sellable stuff in blacksmithing. Yeah, blacksmithing's doing alright for me right now. Only a couple of the slots, to be fair, but the couple of slots are doing work, that's for sure. And there's not much profit in it right now, but if I'm selling for a profit and at the same time I'm getting the experience and getting the ranks up, then I see little issue in it. Got all rank 4s in blacksmithing and even selling some. That's probably pretty profitable for you right now. I would like access to some of the higher rank stuff. I just I haven't. I'm going to do my very best to at least stay in the 7-figure club from now on. Going down to like literally 10k gold the other day was a bit dangerous. Bone Shatter Pauldrons I've just sold for 21,000 gold. Take that. Told you, some stuff is selling if you can get it on there at the right price. Made a mistake by buying around 100 rank 1 Grim-Veiled robes at 1k a piece, thinking they'd go up in price with everybody crafting their Legos, but the market has since crashed. Honestly, just dump them in a guild bank right now and just keep one on the auction house or at all times. I mean, you still bought them at less than the Arboreal Shard cost. Even if people get exalted, the Arboreal Shard cost is still going to be 1,000 gold. So you've still got them at a very good price. You're just going to have to play the long game with those. You're going to have to play the long game. People's attention will be diverted from rank 1s over the next few weeks. As everybody will want to be selling rank 2s, and everybody will then want to be selling rank 3s, and then everybody will want to be selling rank 4s. So the market's going to flip-flop and be all over the place right now. Don't worry too much. If you buy something at a very, very cheap price, you usually should be good. We need to be on our leather worker to remake these. Bone Shatter. Let's get back over to... I genuinely have achieved nothing on my characters today. With this whole vendor shuffle malarkey, I have achieved absolutely nothing. My intention was to get my renown up, get the campaign finished on my hunter, go do the more. You know, maintenance mode was my plan for today, at least for this morning's stream. Maintenance mode has not happened. maintenance mode has turned into let's disenchant a bunch of stuff. How do my plans always change so heavily? Let's get back over to Oribos though. What happened with the disenchanting braces? I wasn't here. Realistically, they appear to be disenchanting for the exact same thing that they were yesterday. I'm not sure what it was that Blizzard changed in terms of disenchanting rates, but I can't find it. When did the hotfix for the shuffle go live? Apparently it was like, for us in the EU, it went live at like, I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning or something ridiculous. Middle of the night for us. But it meant that if you were quick this morning, you could offload a lot of your stock. But I think that window's probably passed by now. 2 AM, was that what it was? Literally an hour after I went to bed. In fact, I think I went to bed just before 2 AM. So even I was late to the party on that one. But I can't be awake 24 hours a day. Why did I go to Oribos? Why did I come to Oribos? I'm not sure. I genuinely just needed to craft something, didn't I? We need to turn those callous hides into heavy callous hides. Then we need to get some of them enchanted. We could probably... What was it we needed to restock on? What did we sell? We sold the Bone Shatter shoulders. Bone Shatter pauldrons. There we go. Get one of those crafted then. Let's do a quick inventory count. We've got one of those. One of those. Luckily, I'm only dealing with rank 1s right now, so I'm not concerning myself too much with... Oh, do we not have any Bone Shatter helms? Do I need to craft another one of those? Bone Shatter. Bone Shatter. Waistguard, Greaves, Treads, and Arm Guards. We don't even have a Bone Shatter helm. Okay, well, let's get that crafted then. If we're missing one of those. Pauldrons we've just crafted. Treads we've got a few of because we actually bought a couple of them cheap. The vest we've got one of those. The waistguard we've got one of those. Now onto the Umber Hide Arm Guards. Oh, if we sold another one of those, Umber Hide Arm Guards, are we definitely out? I'm not entirely sure I trust TSM at the moment, that's why I'm checking. Umber Hide, and then Umber Hide. We don't have Umber Hide Arm Guards, let's get one of those crafted. Gauntlets, we've got one of those. Helm, we've got one of those. We want one of everything. That's basically what we want. And if we sell it, we make it again. And if we don't sell it, we cry into a pillow. There we go. There's one of everything. I need some more boreal shards on this dude. I really need to work out a better way to manage inventory. But we'll get there. Bone Shatter pauldrons. Didn't I literally just craft something else as well? I did. Bone Shatter helm. Heavy callous hide. Out of the callous hide. Go. Let's get this lot back on the auction house. Oh! No. That confused me. No, we're good. Can you do the jewel crafting shuffle where you disenchant the blue rings and necks? You can do. You've got to be very careful with it though, because it uses the zone specific ore to make the thing in the first place. The zone specific ore is going to be easily the most costly component in making that. 2 pieces of zone specific ore, maybe more than your shard in the first place. In fact, it's most likely to be more than the shard in a lot of cases. It might work on some of them. It might work on some of them, but I don't think it's going to work on all of them. I've not looked into it yet, really. I'm not in any desperate need for... I think there's going to be better ways to get your dust, though. I'm almost guaranteed there's better ways to get your dust and your shards than doing that. But I've not looked into it in like detail. I've not run the maths on it. Is there any reason to save up Dawn crafting materials for later? Yeah. The raid will come out and the demand for gems will go up. But the problem will probably end up being that the demand for gems, even when there is a demand for gems, will not anywhere near outstrip the supply of gems. So there is, we did come up with a potential use for a lot of the rare gems. If you, once you've spent some time in the Moor and got your reputation with Venari, she'll sell you the Crafter's Mark rank 2, and the Crafter's Mark rank 2 takes, I think it's 3 of each rare gem to make it. And then it will mean that you can turn those 151 pieces of gear into 168 pieces of gear, which, while there's not a huge market for them right now, might bring a little bit more value to them long term. So that's a possibility. You should check the price of sacrificial anima on your server. It's going to blow up during raid. It's a raid consumable for disc priests, and people are going to realise how good it is. Sacrificial anima, what even is it? I genuinely don't even think I've even heard of it. Oh, the potion of sacrificial anima, I see. Your next 4 mana consuming spells or abilities will consume 7% health instead of mana. Yeah, I knew this one was going to be pretty popular. The issue I see with alchemy as a general, alchemy in general is going to literally be a race for whoever can get their materials the cheapest. And from a crafter's point of view, the biggest problem will be for crafters will be the fact that people will farm their own herbs and then think they're free. That will be the biggest problem for crafters. There's almost no market for buying herbs, crafting potions and flasks, and then selling potions and flasks at a profit. Because people will farm herbs for free and then they'll go, oh, well, I farmed these herbs, so they're free. So I have less cost, so I can sell for less. That's going to be the biggest problem for alchemists, for sure. There's no skill gap. There's no ranks that you can obtain. There's no procs. There's no threads of fate. There's nothing that's not threads of fate. What's the tools of the trade? There's no skill gap with alchemy, so crafters are going to find it very difficult to make a profit. The only advantage is going to be the fact that the people that consider their farmed herbs free are very limited in how many items they can craft. So crafters themselves that buy the herbs and then make the product and then sell it will still supply like a good 80% of the market. But you're going to get absolutely hammered on undercuts. Yeah, alchemy is going to be an interesting one. We'll have to look into it in a bit more detail. Blacksmith's Mark II is 15 laced, right? Leatherworkers have to use a heavy callous hide for it. Luckily, my leatherworker is also a jewel crafter, and I have lots of free gems, so my crafters Mark 2s are basically free for me. As and when I actually spend some time in the moor and get the rep with Venari, which I haven't done yet, which I really do need to. Do you think all herbs will go up in price on raid day? Almost certainly. I fished it myself, so it's free. Profit, yeah, exactly. This is the problem. Rip. I was looking at mats this morning and saw cloth and leather drop to 1 gold, so I stocked up. Ouch. I don't want to do them more. When you actually get some good gear, it's not that bad. The problem is it's just not very fun. I really dislike not being able to mount up. Like it's already a kick to the face that we don't have the ability to fly, so we're grounded for the most part anyway. But to then kick you in the face even harder by telling you can't even mount up, I'm not sure which developer decided that was going to be a good idea. I genuinely don't understand which developer thought that was going to be a good idea. Unless, of course, you happen to be a druid or a worgen, and then you're absolutely fine. Next expansion. Yeah, next expansion, you can only RP walk. You can only RP walk in the next expansion. It's a bit crazy. On top of that, if you want to use the group finder for big quests, once in the group, you have to go back to Oribos and back to phase into each other. I've not even tried that, but I've heard that didn't they revert a lot of the changes on the phasing? I know that was a thing, but didn't they revert a lot of those changes? They made the change and then suddenly realised that hang on, this just isn't going to work. They did, but it's still ugly. Oh really? Oh okay. Well, in that case, more grouping is horrible with phasing out of each other. The phasing still happened earlier. I mean, I get the hostility aspect of not being able to mount up and whatever, but I don't know, something about like, I don't know, Blizzard are all too quick to sell us these fancy new flying mounts in the Blizzard store, and then they release an expansion where we can't use flying again for another half of the expansion, and on top of that, they also then give us an endgame zone where we can't even use our mounts. It's like, another reason why the Moor is horrible is if you're in a group and some rando kills mobs, you get jailer points for mobs that you didn't even kill. so the jailer loot the jailer's focus is then chained to everybody in the group. So how does a raid last more than 5 seconds out there? Well, you are called a Moor walker, not a Moor mount runner, I suppose. I gained 2 levels that way, all the way back in the safe zone. Oh, that zone is going to be a shit show. Oh dear. Have I finished crafting these hides yet? I'm bad at multitasking again. Now I need to keep some of these, but I also need to send some of them to... Hang on, what's this 190 piece? The fact I need... Yeah, I'm very quickly thinking I'm going to lose this bag add-on. For your hints on YouTube, made me some nice gold. I need how many? I've got a load of heavy callous hide. How many enchanted have I got? That's what I really want to see. What? That one. I mean, I hate to disappoint people, but I'm getting closer and closer to getting rid of Addy bags. I might have to try Bagnon. Having to tweak and customize settings just for my bag is not something I'm too hot about doing. Oh, and then it just moves things. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure I can be doing with this bag add-on. How are you crafting and selling at a profit? Is it just buying the materials at the right price? That is pretty much exactly it. And it's also not relying on TSM to tell me what the crafting cost is. Get more add-ons. Bagnon. Install. Add-ons. So hang on, how do I use this add-on control panel business? How do I just control the add-ons on this character now? So I don't want Addy bags anymore. See you later. And then I don't want everything that comes with Addy bags either. See you later. Oh, use shift to override the current enabling and dependencies behavior. Okay, sure. There's extra add-ons for Bagnon, BOE and item level. Bagnon item level, install. Is it, I guess it's item level then. Okay, sure, we'll get that one and all. Don't want to be a broken record, but look at the bag add-on sorted. It's totally different than other Bagnon types ones and I like it a lot. I'll put it on my list of things to check. If I don't like Bagnon, then we'll check sorted. And eventually I'll find a bag add-on that I like. And if I don't like any of them, I'll go back to my standard default bags. Right, this is already looking better. This is what Preach uses. This is already looking better. I've got item levels. Item level. Why have I got item levels on it twice? I don't need item levels on it twice. Once is enough. Why have I got it on there twice? Probably got it on there twice because I don't know why I've got it on there twice. Is there a sort button? Clean up? Boom, I'll take it. What's this doing down here? Sort from the bottom maybe. Or sort from the top even. Oh, okay, so now we can do the bags themselves. It sorts from the top of the last bag. No, that's just dumb. Either put everything at the bottom or put everything at the top. I don't want you sorting from the last bag, bollocks. That's ridiculous. Reverse bag order, reverse slot order. No, just dump everything, start at the top and go down. Why are none of these bag add-ons just sensible? There's the backpack. Start here and go down. Bag break, is that what we want? No, we definitely don't want that one. God, no. Automatically display when I do a bunch of things, sure. Frame settings. Just dump everything at the top and go down. That's all I want it to do when I press the sort button. Put reverse bag order. Bingo! Now we're talking. So now I can see spare space. I can sort everything. It throws everything at the top. And I can do things like I can put all of my materials where I want my materials. Can I get a cheeky toolbar? Hang on, this is the add-on that gives me a cheeky toolbar on the side, isn't it? That I can just put my materials in. You can even lock slots. Oh, middle mouse? Middle mouse to lock a slot? No? That would be intuitive if it was middle mouse to lock a slot. It's probably not. How are we doing, Phalo Fishy? I mean, we can lock frames. Frame settings. Let's actually look at this. Reverse slot, frame layer high, item scale, opacity, spacing. That's just layout. I woke up to use the bathroom at like 5 AM and had to put you on in the background to help me get back to sleep. That doesn't sound like a compliment, but I'll take it. Right click on the bags. Okay, there's a cleanup business. Oh, only equipment consumable. Oh, well, that's the same as normal. That's default UI stuff. We can do that in default UI. Can I just right click on a slot? Right click, toggle your inventory. Right click to toggle your bank. Shift click to open the options menu. That was just that, okay. Ah, well, that's fine. We'll work with that. I can that's already looking way more to my liking. Then we go to the bank. Oh, that is not looking what I like. That's way too ludicrous. I want horizontal mode, not vertical mode, please. Click to configure this window. Columns. More columns, please. All the columns. 30 probably. $30 looks good. And this now has combined, am I right in saying this has combined my reagent bank and my regular bank, right? This looks way bigger than it should do. This is an everything bags, right? It's having a fit, but it's doing something. Okay. It's yeah, this looks like reagent and normal all in one go. We can work with that. Okay, so we can choose to see reagent bank at the same time. Alright, this is looking better. This is looking better. Still not perfect, but better. Is it better than the default UI that I'm entirely used to though? You can make addy bags, put all the stacks as one slot. So instead of 50 stacks of 200, you have one stack of 10k. Yeah, I'm already done with addy bags. I'm genuinely already done with addy bags. It's not going to do. It's not working for me. This is better. We've got item levels on gear. Item levels is now only showing in the top corner. I don't know why I've got item level showing twice. I have a feeling I have another add-on that is causing it to show the item level on the tooltip twice, which I need to work out what it is and turn it off. It may be the Can I Mog It add-on. Add-ons. I genuinely have no idea how to use this add-on control panel, by the way. Am I right in assuming that what I now change will only change on this character? Right? Is that how it works? What is all... I'm getting a yes on that. Okay, right, so we want... It's profile based. I can live with profile based then. So whatever my... Okay, cool, nice. Data store and then dependencies. Not having to see the 1200 dependencies for data stores is going to be very nice. Equally, not having to see all the DBM dependencies will be very nice, especially since these are add-ons I don't use. This is already looking to be kind of helpful. I've got so many add-ons installed that I just don't use. Why was I in here? What was I looking for? I think it's the Can I Mog It add-on that might be... Maybe I just turn up... Hang on. If I turn off Bagnon item level, if I still see the item level then on the items in my bags, then it's another add-on that's doing it. If I've got another add-on that's already showing me the item level, I don't need two. Okay, I'm still seeing the item level. That is probably because of this Can I Mog It add-on. Let's turn that one off then. Process of elimination. If I turn that off, do I then not see item level at all? God, I hate add-ons sometimes. This is why I keep my UI like literally as minimal as possible. Because this is too much like hard work. Genuinely, way too much like hard work. Now I still see the item level, even though I've turned off the Can I Mog It business. So Bagnon seems to just show you... Bagnon just shows you the item level anyway. 155. Why did I need a separate module for it? Why is there a separate simple Bagnon plug-on that displays the item level of your equipable gear and artifact relics? The fact that it even says artifact relics tells me that that's about a bajillion years old. Bagnon will grow on you having all bags in one, and it doesn't show item level naturally. So I must have another add-on that's putting the item level on here then. I must have something else that's doing that. What is that something else? Oh, it's probably this. Oh, item level. Well, can we get rid of that then? Does that then? What does that do? I think it was pawn. Oh, that's possible. Transferring from Illidan finally after making some decent gold. You're done with Illidan, are you? Okay, it was the O level add-on thing that was doing it. Well, that's one add-on we then don't need, because the only reason I used it was for the item levels by default. So now we can go add-ons. Who would be this? Aha! La 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 la! Welcome to the Morning Coffee Club. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate the support. Thank you. If I had my coffee... Oh, I do have my coffee cup. Shout out, Coffee Club. Thank you, appreciate it. Right, so now I can actually turn on the Bagnon item level business. And that should then bring it back. And that's a lighter weight add-on to have running. You made me some good gold, so Blizzard can have the gold and you get the cut. Hey, nice one. That'll do. Boom, item levels. Good, I'll take it. We get in there. Although I do want the Can We Mog It add-on still. Because, you know, collections and that. So... I apologise, this is just an entire ridiculous quantity of reloading UIs, but until we get it right, that's what's got to happen. BFA, at least Area 52 had a less horrible auction house in my opinion. Doesn't Area 52 have more people than Illidan? Auction houses are crazy places at the best of time. You currently have 2 nameplate add-ons enabled, threat plates and LVI nameplates. I don't think I turned on either of those. What the hell has happened to my UI? Hello? Did I press a button somewhere I shouldn't have done? Why is literally all of everything turned on? This is why you don't fuck with add-ons. What? I definitely didn't ask for Auctionator to be on. I definitely didn't ask for Bag Brother to be on, whatever the hell that is. LVI, no, I did not ask for you to be on. Let's try again. I'm going to lose my shit soon. Now you've done it. I'm telling you, it's a fact. This is why I don't mess with add-ons. Keep it simple. Too much like hard work. And then every time we have a patch and they all break and you got to turn them all back on again. And hot Jesus. Right, that kind of looks... Well, it kind of looks like how it was, but now these are in the wrong place. Now these have disappeared somewhere stupid. Oh, that one's in the right place again. Oh boy. Right. Is the chat window in the same place? The chat window's in the same place. Good. No! No! What is going on? Go away! No! What is going on? Addy bags, go away! Why did you turn yourself back on again? All the fonts, literally all the fonts in my chat channel have also all changed. I'm going to Control Alt Delete restart in a minute. It's doomed. Time to get a new account. It's doomed. Bought 6 shade stones for 5k. Do you think I'll sell them? I've genuinely not ever looked into shade stones really. I mean, it's a very niche market. I mean, there's going to be somebody in your guild that is there's going to be somebody in your guild that's responsible for the cauldrons. And that person in the guild that's responsible for the cauldrons may buy some shade stones. But I think shade stones are just expensive right now for the one simple reason that not many people actually have the ability to craft them because they're locked behind rep. I'm not entirely sure how you're going to go about selling those. I can't imagine the price of shade stones is going to go up, to be honest. Right, we got our bags back. We got our bags back at least. Are we somewhat back to where we started before I broke everything? Kinda. We got item levels. We got the can I mog it button bit. It kind of covers the item level, which is annoying, but I guess there's not a lot I can do about that. Can we... If there's an item level thing for... am I even using the item level thing? I am. But there's no way to change the location of where the item level is. It's just a thing. Okay. Sure, I'll just live with it. Can I change the Can I Mog It icon to be in the other corner? Can I mog it? Yes, I can. Boom. Do you think the price of Nightshade will go up if you consider you get farm them only in the moor? Where you can't even use your mount? No, that's incorrect. That's because you can get Nightshade everywhere. You can get Nightshade everywhere. It's only Elithium ore that's... Even Elithium ore is not technically limited to only the moor. You can get it outside of the moor. It's just hella rare. Now we've got the Can We Mog It button in the bottom corner. Now we're getting there. Now the only problem is I'm going to have to do this on every single character probably. This is why I don't use add-ons. I'm deep into Drawn Crafting rank 4, but my competition is a Mega Goblin who lives in the auction house. He admitted to having 4,000 essences. What would you advise me to do if... Well, I mean, he's either gonna bully you out of the auction house, or you're just gonna have to take some sales that he doesn't get. Like, cancel repost or be your friend. So on the other character, just select the hunter profile. Right. Sure. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Let's try. Literally, all I tried to do was change a bag add-on. And I almost had a breakdown. This is why I don't mess with add-ons. More to the point, doing this live in front of a camera to 250 people is bonkers. Right. I'm really scared to do a / reload on this character now, in case everything just dies. Although this is another account, so... Do you use average buy to determine what you sell your items at? Long term, I would probably use something like that. But for now, I'm not. And for now, I'm just using straight gold values because it's easier for me to control. I'm not doing anything super special fancy right now. If I shift click this, it turns... What? What? Isn't it meant to be use shift to override... What? Just turn all of this off. Bagnon on, item level on, reload, let's see. Hey, that'll do, that'll do. That's actually perfect. That's spot on perfect. We've got an item level number. I know what the goddamn item is. I don't know why there's a red box around some of these. The red box is because I'm not level 60, right? Surely. I can't. But then why would it... I don't know. Don't know why the red box is on those. I can now sort this stuff out in a sensible fashion. So we can go... Right. When I loot something out of the mailbox, where is it going to turn up? Is it going to turn up at the top or is it going to turn up in the bottom? It turns up at the top. Cool. Okay, well if new stuff turns up at the top, what we do, we press the sort button for starters. Okay, this is odd. Don't know why this gap is here. There's no need for a gap here, boys and girls, for sure. Then we need to do settings on this, don't we? What was it, reverse order or something? Boom. So new stuff, hang on. If I loot a bunch of stuff now, where does it go? Does new stuff now filter in from the bottom? Let's do a cancel scan. We'll find out. Red box is because of the type of gear, not because of the... Oh, okay. Oh, it's red to me because I'm a cloth wearer and I can't use it. Okay. Can we turn that off? Because that's annoying. So this, where does it filter in? New shit turns up at the bottom. Right. If new stuff turns up at the bottom, then what we're going to do is we're going to go, right, 190s are there. We're going to make things organised. You can get out of the way for now. I'm going to get all OCD on it now. Umbra hide. Is there a search? There's not a search. There's a search. Umbra hide stuff. All up here. Yes. Yes, all the things, look. Umbra hide, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There should be 8. What am I missing? Something's still on the auction house, of course. Sensible. Umbra hide, bone shatter. If I wasn't so OCD, this whole process would be much easier, but... Now I've got too much stock of bone shatter stuff. Alright, whatever. Oh, fuck it. This is too much like hard work again. Just auto-sort the whole lot. Whatever. I genuinely, at this point, think I just need to stick with my regular bank add-on. Add-ons are meant to make your life easier, not more difficult. 40 bucks says tomorrow morning his stream's going to be default UI. At this point, I'm very tempted to take that bet. I know what I'm doing with my default UI. It's default UI. It's never going to break. That's why it's called default. How can you see item level directly on the items? There's another Bagnon plugin that does that apparently. I don't really know. Stream told me what to do. When are the best times to buy materials cheap? There's not really, there's not really a best time per se. Just, especially the fact that each material probably is different. Warehousing TSM from bank and guild bank set to 2 items in stock is super fast. Then hitting the sort button and it's GG. I'm liking the sound of this. I'm liking the sound of this. Warehousing is something that I need to improve on. The problem is that I don't think TSM doesn't recognise, TSM warehousing probably isn't going to work with rank 1s, 2s, 3s and 4s though, is it? Because in that regard, TSM is dumb. But we'll see. Do we have stuff up on the auction house? We do. Have we got a bag add-on that doesn't look like complete trash? We do. Why on this character have I got quests? Hang on. I've just realised, like... Why have I just got quests on this? This is a bank character. Do not need quests on a bank character. Boom, there we go. That's cleaned up half of my UI straight away. We're on a bank character, we definitely don't need a DPS meter. Add-ons. What DPS meter am I using? Recount, that can go away. Definitely don't need that. It does if they're in their own groups. Oh, because you can set the warehousing operation on the group itself. Ah. Yes. Warehousing doesn't work for if you have items in your mailbox. Oh yeah, true, that's maybe a case. Cancel scan, unload. Okay. Logistics now. Now we're getting into logistics. That should first and foremost, make our bags look slightly better. Our bags can sit in there quite nicely now. They can go where the quest list used to be. You guys can't see the main chat, which is deliberate. But you guys do see when we get sales. And then we just have our TSM in the middle. And this is our home forever now. Literally. Right, nice one. Nice one. Okay then, boys and girls. I'm going to leave it there for a few hours. I'm going to go take a break. I appreciate all the help and support from you guys regarding breaking my interface. Thank you. Appreciate it massively. We'll be back this evening. I may or may not do another video for you today, as considering this morning's video was more of an update rather than an actual video that's of use to you. Maybe I'll put some thoughts together about, you know, moving forward from this vendor shuffle thing. I don't know, but we'll be back later. I'll schedule a stream for, what time is it now? It's almost 3 o'clock for me. I'm gonna go eat some food, say hi to the wife, walk the dogs. I might need to go to the store. We'll be live again in a few hours. Before everybody runs away, please remember to hit the like button on the stream. It really helps. Check out the video I posted earlier if you haven't already. It goes into detail about the vendor shuffle changes. I'll use the word changes as it's a bit softer than nerf. But yeah, check the video out. Make sure you give that video some love as well. And I'll be back in a bit. Enjoy your afternoon or your morning or your evening or whatever. In a bit. Peace.